Hi, everyone. Welcome to Watchbots Prime, your midweek show for all things Watchbots and the random bits of pop culture that I can fit in 5 minutes. This is Ben. Hope you all are having a hell of a week. Just a really good time. Just to catch everybody up, I know you're very excited on my Marvel rewatch. I will give you real capsule reviews so I don't go on for a half hour here, but I got through a bunch of movies this week. I've been posting about it on Twitter at @BoganimalRules, hashtag MCU rewatch, but just to give you the heads up, Iron Man 2, bad. Well, not terrible. I'm a Sam Rockwell fan, so I like him in most things, and he's very over the top in this, and it really fleshes out the characters, but Mickey Rourke, unconscionably bad. From the dreadlocks to a bad Russian accent to improvised stuff about birds, really brings it down. Not great. Thor 1, better than I thought it was. It has to do a lot of lifting in terms of getting stuff set up for the Avengers, and you can tell that they hadn't really figured out where this character was, hence bringing in Kenneth Branagh as the director. But the parts where Thor is a fish out of water work the best, and wouldn't you know it, they sort of capitalize it on that in later movies. So, hooray. Captain America 1, I like this movie more than most, I think. The director, Joe Johnston, he did The Rocketeer, which is like my ultimate, I was going to say boy boner, but that's gross. Like nostalgia boner? Just taking that hole. Anyway, I like his work. And Captain America works as a period piece. It's schmaltzy as fuck and it's corny, but that's who the character is. And Chris Evans is the best casting of all those Marvel heroes. And it plays out. So it's a good flick. First Avengers, not a perfect movie by any means, but as the culmination for the relatively ambitious thing that they were doing with the connected universe, it really works. The shitty, anonymous alien race, yeah, that's not great, but they go boom and they explode a lot. So good flick, worth checking out. Iron Man 3, also not too bad. Funnier than I remembered. I was reading reviews and I know a lot of people love the kid, and I usually don't like kids in movies, and this kid's no different. I'm not a huge fan of the kid character, but Tony having like half-ass panic attacks is pretty funny. Guy Pearce hamming it up. Ben Kingsley is fucking awesome. It's a funny movie. I think I put it right in the middle of the rankings, but yeah. I'm glad I went through that in very fast fashion. I'm sure you are too, but check out Twitter if you want to see more. I hope y'all dug our look at original Ghostbusters this week. We had a lot of fun with it. And I think a lot of what I enjoy about the show is not just talking about shows that we loved as a kid, right? So your G.I. Joes and your Transformers and your Fantastic Maxes or whatever nonsense Dave likes. But I really like looking at the stuff that we didn't watch just because there's such variety in things. I feel like today's TV, there's a lot of sameness with a lot of things. So even a show like Ghostbusters, which tried to rip off real Ghostbusters, felt different, or it felt like it had elements of Scooby-Doo and stuff. So I don't know. It's interesting. You would think watching all these cartoons would slowly be rotting our brains, and maybe it is, but I think deeply about these things. And that's the story I'm going with. So this week, we are moving on to maybe the most 90s ass cartoon that ever was, and that is Captain Planet. You know the song, you love it. Let's listen.
Oh! Fire! Wind! Water! Hot! Go Planet!
By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet!
Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. He's our powers magnified, and he's fighting on the planet side. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. Gonna help him put asunder bad guys who like to loot and plunder.
You'll pay for this, Captain Planet!
We're the Planeteers. You can be one too, 'cause saving our planet is the thing to do. Looting and polluting is not the way. Hear what Captain
power is yours.
This is a really interesting show. It's got a lot of like A-list actors that were involved with it. It was co-created by Ted Turner, like the CNN guy who owned the Atlanta Braves. It's crazy. And it's a very positive show about environmentalism in very broad strokes. But as I was watching it, I couldn't get it out of my head that the whole thing kind of failed because the world is more fucked up than ever. But hey, maybe you'll watch it with a more positive eye than I did. The episode we watched is called The Ghost of Don Porkaloin, which is a very irritating name to say, but it's fun. It's interesting. I think there's a lot to talk about as per usual, so hope you all enjoy it. And with that, if you want to get at us on Twitter, as always, hit us up at WatchbotsPod. You can email us, email@watchbotspod.com. And hey, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, throw us a 5-star review, throw us a written review, whatever. It can be mean. It can be snarky or half-assed, whatever. We just want to hear what you all think so we can continue to get better. And maybe we'll give you a prize, a sticker or a smooch or a shout out, or we'll let you pick the cartoon or something. I don't know. I'm talking off the cuff. That's what it's all about, people. Thinking on your feet. But I will leave it here. So until we talk to you on Monday, this is Ben signing off, and recycle. Bye.